Hey, it's Bronwyn, and yes, we're back for another Black Mental Health is Black Health. I decided to sit outside today and enjoy the sun and the perfect temperature. I hope you hear me. We'll just see how this works. So as always, we're going to start off with some deep breathing. Allow ourselves to decompress from the end of the day. Whether it was a good or bad day, that deep breathing can be so good for you. So let's get started. Are you ready? Breathe in, two, three, four, out, two, three, four, in, two, three, four, out, two, three, four. One more, in, two, three, four, out, two, three, four. It's just that woosah, that time at the end of the day that allows you to get a little more oxygen flowing through your brain and through your body and the woosah and leave the cares of the day behind you. So let's see how this is going to work being outside. Nothing like trying something new. Well, today we're talking about the benefit of movement. No, I did not say exercise because that is just a bad word to some people. So, and the key really is about moving. So, we're going to talk about the benefits of moving on your mental health. Now, we think about it with our physical health, but yeah, it has a whole lot of mental health uh, capabilities and benefits as well. So, let's just see. First, I'll just list some of the things that regular exercise or movement can do for you. Um, from a mental health point of view, it can help boost your mood. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. It can reduce stress. It can fight off some of that anxiety you're feeling. It can even help with your symptoms of depression and cognition, helps you think a little more clearly. All of this from consistent movement. Wow. And it can even increase your self esteem and your overall general physical health. And it can help when you're frustrated to go work out. So we're going to figure out just what does it do. So when you think about depression and anxiety, no one wants to feel that, but a lot of us do. When we're exercising, we're going to release some brain chemicals that I'm going to tell you about in a minute, and they can impact our mood. And I did say exercising, when we're moving, the physical activity reduces our stress because it helps our skeletal muscles work and it lowers the hormones in our body that are producing that stress. And another thing it can do is boost brain power. So, how does this work? So, a few other things. Let me tell you, it can help you sleep better. Yeah. Why? Because the regular and moderate movement improves the quality of sleep. You're engaging more of your body and your brain, and you're able to relax better when you sleep. And well, those are enough. Let me talk about those brain chemicals. You hear people talk all the time about, the happy brain chemicals, and it makes you feel better. Well, what are those? They're known as DOSE, DOSE, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So, what are those? And what do they do? Well, dopamine is a brain chemical that's associated with the pleasure and reward system in our body. It allows us to feel that pleasure and allows us to be rewarded internally for what we do. Dopamine is associated with being able to be motivated. When your dopamine is properly functioning, you can be motivated to get up and do things. So it helps with that. Oxytocin is the love hormone. It fosters social bonding and trust, enhancing a feeling of connection. And even when you think about it from a mental health point of view, I always say we were not created to be alone. So not even just that, oh, romantic, I'm in love, but also just that trust feeling you have with others when that oxytocin is there, helping that social bonding, which definitely helps your mental health because you're in connection with other people. Then there's serotonin. Serotonin is a mood stabilizer. It contributes to the feeling of well being, of happiness, and it helps you maintain your emotional balance when your serotonin levels are right. And the last one in that dose, DOSE, is endorphins. Endorphins are like a natural painkiller. They promote feelings of euphoria, often released during exercise and laughter. So as you're dulling, you're killing some of the pain, you're going to emotional or physical, you can feel better. So those are just some of the brain chemicals, the neurotransmitters that work in our body, in our brain to impact our body. So, an exercise, movement enhances all of these. They make them work. So, man, you can see when you're moving, you're going to be more motivated. You're going to, your mood can be stabilized. You can feel better. You can have a stronger sense of trust and social bonding because those chemicals are all working. All of this just from moving. Oh, so maybe it's time to get moving. However, that's a hard thing to do. If you're not currently moving, that's hard. You want me to just get up and move? And now let me tell you how many minutes per week you should move. Minimum 150. We're not going to start at 150, but that's your goal. Now, this is not only good for our mental health, it's good for our physical health as well. So if you're moving 150 moderate aerobic exercise, that don't mean you have to get out there and run a marathon, but moderate movement, 150 minutes per week helps your mental health. You're going to feel and think better. So that sounds like a lot, but let me break it down. It could just be 20 minutes a day. Oh, or it could be 30 minutes 5 days a week. Oh, doesn't sound as bad. That 150 sounded like a big number, but you don't have to start off that way. And I say, when you're starting your first week, maybe your goal is not, I need to get 150 minutes in this week. That's a lot. So maybe your goal is, you know what? I'm going to go 10 minutes a day. Is that half of it? Great. Maybe it's, I'm going to do 10 minutes 3 days a week. But if you're at zero, 30 minutes at first week is better than zero the previous week. So start where you are, start small. So, what does movement look like? Well, let's say you're just not motivated to walk, you're not doing this, there's no motivation. What if you started off dancing? Find a song that you like that's upbeat and you like it and you just grooving and you dancing. And before you know it, so you find a song that's 5 minutes long and you dance 5 minutes that first day. Guess what? You started moving and you enjoyed it. That's why you want to pick a song that you like, something that you enjoy. So it's like, oh, this is fun. I can do this. Let me dance to that. So pick two songs. Okay. I like it. I got my song going. I like. I'm dancing. I'm up moving. I get my groove on. Did two songs for 5 minutes. You got your 10 minutes right there. Day one. Next day, maybe pick a different song. So maybe that first week, all you're going to do is to dance for 10 minutes a day. Wow, if you did it at least 5 days a week, you're a third of the way of that 150 minutes. And it wasn't hard. So yeah. And even that 10 minutes that you do can improve your mood. That 10 minutes of movement. So I mean you got to put on something that's upbeat and really get your groove on. Or maybe you're like, okay, you know what? I can walk for 10 minutes. So I'll tell you how to make it happen. If you have a smartwatch or a phone, and most people have one or the other or both, like I do, you can set your timer for 5 minutes and you walk in one direction 5 minutes. When it goes off, when the watch beeps or the phone beeps, you turn around. And when you get back, that would have been 10 minutes. Oh. So when you think about only walking 5 minutes out, that's not so bad. Okay, I could do that. So I'm saying your first week, 10 minutes a day, will give you improvement, won't be overwhelming, and would let you start. How about it? So choose something you like, and then combine it with something else. So it's maybe I'm still not ready. Okay, I got to go to the grocery store. Don't park at that first one. Park all the way down on the other end and walk up the aisle. And then I know someone who do a loop around the grocery store when they get there and then start shopping. And most grocery stores, if you gonna get a good 200 steps, you're just walking around. So be creative about it is what I'm saying with this movement. So you do things that is easy. You don't have to think about it. So what happens when you're doing this? We talked about the brain chemicals, the endorphins and the serotonin and the dopamine increasing when you move, but also when you exercise, you're going to your heart's going to start pumping better, your brain's going to make some changes like we just talked about, so it impacts your whole body. Remember, mental health, physical health, they're two sides of the same coin. So when you're getting this 150 minutes of exercise in, you just going to impact and make everything better. um, One study when it comes to mental health found that 15 minutes of running can lower your risk of depression for 26%. Now, I'm not a runner, so I got to find another way to get my 26% in if I needed to do that. But there's so many other things that can happen when you're doing it. So, yeah, that's what's important. So, what does this look like just on a daily basis? I want to move. I don't know how to move. And I see it start small. So, I'll be transparent and tell you one of my start small issues. So my knees and I have been at odds for a minute. They hurt. Arthritis, old age, weight, everything, fighting against my knees. So they've been getting a lot better. But because they were not my friend, walking long distances was difficult. Well, I didn't like that and I wasn't going to be settled with that. So I decided, I woke up one day, I don't have endurance to walk far. So I decided in my mind, 6 sounded like a good number. I'm going to walk 6 minutes today and see what that was. Again, using my watch, I set it for 3 minutes, walked for 3 minutes, and turned around. First day, I wasn't really walking brisk. I just wanted to get my 6 minutes in. The next day, I need to pick up the pace. And I did go further than I did the first day because I was walking faster. Did it at 6 minutes and came back. And when I picked up the pace, I could feel it in 6 minutes. So initially, I felt horrible about it. You can only walk 6 minutes. That's so sad. But then I had to stop and think. You weren't doing that at all at first. So that's 6 minutes. So that was about 2 weeks ago, 2 to 3 weeks ago. Yesterday, I bumped the time up to um, 10 minutes. No, 12 minutes. So I doubled it. So now I'm at a 12-minute brisk walk. Which, yes, to those exercise people out there, I know it's like, oh, that's so sad. But I was at 0. So now I'm up to 12 minutes. Next week, I'll be up to 15. And then I'll get to my 20 minutes. So I'm saying that to encourage you. Don't tell yourself the message I told myself. Oh, that's so sad. That's all you can do. Tell yourself that is amazing because that's more than you were doing. So if I'm doing 3 to 4 days a week where I am doing that brisk walk, and the whole purpose in that is for me, the initial purpose was just to improve my stamina in walking. But I am getting mental health benefits from doing that. I am getting physical health benefits from doing that. So, yeah, when you get out there and you do something, it helps you. One of the other benefits to more movement, it said, was improved self esteem. And when you do it enough and you're getting really consistent and you're doing hard, if you wanted to lose weight or gain weight, you're going to change the way your body looks because you're doing it. And that's one way it helps the self esteem. Maybe you look different, look like you want to look. But the other part is a sense of accomplishment. So when I did the first day of 12 minutes as opposed to 6, I was like, oh, it did feel good. And as I was keeping that pace up and walking, I wanted to slow down. But I'm like, no, we're keeping this pace. We're keeping this pace. And when I got to the car, it was like, oh my gosh. But I did it and it felt good. So when you find something you like, find something that challenges you and you do it. Some other things you can do is, let's say you work in an office and let's say you have a calendar. Many of us, whether you're in an office or not, you have these, meetings. Make your movement a meeting, and you are important. I would say you should put yourself on your calendar, things you need to do for yourself. So make your movement a meeting. Maybe it's at 1:15. I'm going to get up and um, go walk to the elevator and back. It can be just I'm just going to get up from my desk. Um, it has been said that sitting is the new smoking. How detrimental just sitting all day is to our physical health. So if you purpose to get up and move, or you have a 15-minute. I do know someone who it's on their calendar meeting with so and so, literally is there, and their calendar is open for others to see. Well, it's their middle name, and they get up and go and walk for 10 minutes and come back and sit down at their desk. So get creative, but make it a priority. So, what other exercise we said? I talked about dancing and walking, just as movement, but also swimming if you're a swimmer, riding a bike. So there are so many things. Now, let's say you want to really get in there. I need that movement. I got my, I've been doing my 10 minutes, my 15 minutes of walking. Now I want to dig deeper. Maybe you don't want to go to a gym because that's money, and then I got to get dressed and I have to go there, and it sounds overwhelming for some. For others, it's like, yeah, I'm going to join the gym. Great, do it. Let's say that's not something you're financially ready to do, you don't want to put that time commitment in. What about YouTube? YouTube has an exercise for pretty much everything. You could type in 10-minute low impact walking. You could type in 15-minute brisk walking, and guess what? Something's going to come up. You could type in exercise for what I want to strengthen my core. Guess what? Core exercises will come up. Movement for their chair exercises. So whatever your level is, you can probably go to YouTube and find your level of your movement and make it happen. So that's just movement. What movement do I want to do? Oh, you know what? I feel like I want to just work on my arms today. And that's another thing I do need to say. Whatever you do, mix it up. If you're walking, every day walking the same thing, you're also walking the same muscles, and you're not going to stimulate your brain as much because you're seeing the same thing. So mix it up. If you plan to walk every day, maybe walk someplace different. If you're walking in your neighborhood, you get to the end of the block and you always go to the right. If there's room, go to the left, go someplace different. Well, I'm at the end of the block, so in this dead end, I can only go one way. Okay. When you go that way, turn. Do something different. Don't do the same thing every day. Mix it up. Or if you're dancing, it's like, you know what? I'm going to keep this dancing every morning before I go to work. I'm going to get my groove on. I'm going to dance. And I'm going to get hyped up and I'm going to do all this. We'll do different songs. Do something different. It's all about doing something different, mixing it up, not doing the same thing. Those who work out will tell you, you might have an arm day or a leg day or a core day. You do different things because you don't want to use the same muscles every day and only the same muscles. So the same with movement, mix it up. You'll also won't get as bored if you do the same thing every day. Man, that's going to get boring. And who's going to want to keep up with it? So let me, as we start to wind down, give you a little plan. So let's say the first week you're at no movement at all. I really want to move. Okay, but it's too hard. Well, that's where that first week maybe you start off. I'd say start off with 5 minutes. You know why? If you aren't doing anything, 5 minutes 3 times a week, 5 minutes 5 times a week, or even 7 times a week. Every day I'm just gonna move 5 minutes. You move that 5 minutes, it's like, oh, I did that. So maybe for 2 weeks, you're doing 5 minutes. Then by that third week, it's like, okay, that's enough. Now I need to double that. Or maybe the first week is 5, the next week is 10, the next week is 15. Each week, you increase 5 minutes more of what you're doing. But again, you can do different things. Okay, I'm going to start off with just dancing. Okay, now I need to add walking. Now I need to add some more movement. Let me look at YouTube and I'll put in something for my body type or for something I want to do or for my age range. You can put all of that in and ask, and it will tell you. So after 3 weeks, you might have started off in 5 minutes. With 5 minutes, by 3 weeks, you can be up to 20. 3 or 4 weeks, you're up to 20 minutes. And remember, if you do 20 minutes 5 days a week, that's your 150 minutes. So you don't have to start off with, oh, I need to do 150 minutes. No, build in build in the habit. And if it needs to start slow, it's okay. Remember, I started off walking just 6 minutes because I had no endurance and didn't and wanted to get rid of the knee pain. Now that I'm doing it, it is so much better. Um, but I started off little, and if you have to start off small, that's okay. In 2 weeks, I've doubled it. Next week, I'm not gonna double that to 24, but I am gonna go to 15. So yeah, build it, let it grow. But let the routine be I'm taking care of me. I want my mental and physical health to be better. And when you are exercising, yeah, your mental and physical are going to be better. So if you think you don't have time, like I say, make it a priority. We have time for what's important to us. Sometimes work is so busy, I don't have time. Well, it's obviously important. I need that paycheck. So I'm not negating saying don't work. But when you're working 80 hours a week, if you don't take care of yourself after a while, you're not going to be able to work that 80 hours a week or the 40 hours a week. So make yourself a priority. Make your mental health and your physical health a priority. And when you do, and you realize that something as simple as movement can help, then do it. If you feel like exercise is boring, but one, we're talking about movement, not exercise. Two, do something that is not going to be boring. Get people involved with you. It's good for everybody. So get people involved. Who can walk with you? Who can? I've done different things in the past. You get friends on. You can't all get together. Again, YouTube. Get 3 or 4 people on, and you put on YouTube. Put on a video on YouTube, and you all do it together at the same time. So you can exercise or move with friends and not even be in the same location. You can do it. So what we've done in the past, everybody's just on YouTube. You call everybody on the phone, turn turn on YouTube together, and you can do it on Zoom and have it on one screen and everybody's there. So there are ways to be creative so that you can incorporate movement with other people. That helps. The other thing with that is having an accountability partner. Like I said, you can do it together, or you can just have somebody, hey, check in. Did you move today? How many steps did you have? I have an accountability for movement and water because, yeah, I'm not hadn't been getting enough water in. So I'll just call it. I got to finish this bottle. Have a friend, and we. How many bottles of water have you had today? And we just check in. How many steps? So when you're checking in and you know somebody's gonna ask, you don't want to every day say, I didn't have any water. I didn't have any water. I only got 10 steps in. Well, you're gonna get more than that, but you get my point. Um, Knowing somebody's gonna ask you just helps you feel better about doing it. And that can help make the exercise more sustainable because okay, I'm gonna check in. But you're checking in with them too. And there'll be days when neither one of you. So I only got 2,000 steps in a day. I was working. I sat at that desk all day, and I forgot to get up and get water. And I have my not just little plastic water bottles, but I do have the sustainable metal bottles. To keep it cold, keep it warm, whatever I want. And have to find ways to make myself drink more water. Have to make myself move. But when it comes to this, have that accountability partner is another way. Making yourself a priority on your calendar, and again, being creative. So I wanted you just to hear and think about how important movement is for our mental health. It is paramount. So make it happen. It can improve your mental health. I wanted us to do, I was going to do it earlier, just in the beginning, I forgot. So we'll still end with this grounding activity, and I'm going to include movement in it. And it's the 333. And the first one, and I'm going to say it, then I'll walk you through it. You look around and name three things you can see, then three things you can hear, and move three body parts. And it could be wiggling your toes, moving your fingers, but I'm going to challenge you. When you gets to moving your body parts, I want you to stand up and move, really move three body parts. I'm on camera in front of you. It'd be too disturbing for me to get at. But let's try it. So look around and name three things you see. I see the umbrella for shade. I see trees, and I see my water hose. Now listen for three sounds. Yes, I hear that rooster in the background. Not sure if you can hear it. I hear an airplane, and I hear the wind blowing. Now move three body parts. Stand up and move them. Oh, get them moving. I'm moving my feet. I'm marching in place. I'm rotating my shoulders. Oh, that's something you can do to help. That's a grounding exercise. And I added that movement that we just did to it just to remind you that even when you're grounding and allowing yourself to become centered, you can include a little movement. It won't hurt. So today was all about helping you understand the importance of moving for your mental health. And just to recap, um, it is going to reduce when you're moving, you're adding more chemicals in your brain that are positive to you. Those neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine and epinephrine, that are designed to motivate and make you feel better. That's their purpose. And when you move more, you interact, you make them interact with your brain so much better. And they're in place and they put all those positive things. When you move more, you also improve your physical health. That 150 minutes of movement per week is good for physical and mental health. So this movement is so important. So I encourage you, if you're not moving, get started. If you are moving, keep going and drag someone along with you who's not moving. You be the motivator for them. So, yes, that's my call to action. Move, move, move. If you're moving, keep doing it. Get somebody in there with you. If you're moving by yourself, find a moving buddy, find your own accountability partner, and move. And always I end with vote, vote, vote. Be an educated voter. Even voting may one day decide how you can move, where you can go to move. So, yes, you want to be an educated voter, so that everything you do can impact your own mental health. I'm Miss B, the Black Couch Therapist, and I'm here to help you become a better you. Check me out Monday through Friday in the 12 o'clock hour on this same platform where we talk about, we take 2 minutes in the 12 o'clock hour to take some deep breaths and have a positive thought. I'll see you next week with another exciting guest. Bye now.